So today, this video, I'm just gonna tell you I'm so happy today. And why I felt the happiest I've been for like the longest time ever. And that's because I took John Elite's mental trauma program. So a bit about myself. I initially joined John's program for the 3MP stuff, so the Daygame stuff, and basically that worked. And within 2 weeks, he got me laid through Daygame with a white chick, and yeah, I was just impressed. He gets stuff done. And so I took a break. I took like a 1 year break because after that, I'm like, okay, sure, time to go on with my life. But then what happened was that my parents contacted me. And if you know anything about Asian families, you know how a lot of parents seem to treat their kids. So basically, like, them contacting me just brought PTSD to me. Every time I saw a message from them, I'm just like, fuck, I felt like vomiting. I felt like all this PTSD, all the emotional trauma, because they used to spank me when I was a kid. And it used to be always grades. You gotta get good grades. If you don't get good grades, you're not good enough for the family type shit. And all those memory came back because they were trying to come and visit me in the US. And I couldn't deal with it. All day I was just molding for it. So I contacted John Elite because he was promoting a lot of his mental trauma stuff. And I saw that other people had took it and it was pretty good, and I definitely needed it. I definitely needed all that trauma because I had a lot from my parents. I needed all that trauma out of my brain so I could function normally again, so that I could go about my daily life without molding and just having a mental spasm whenever my parents contacted me. Because whenever my parents would contact me, I'm just like, I hate this shit. I couldn't focus at all. So yeah, I contacted John Elite, and he basically got me sorted. Not just the trauma I had with my parents, but all the trauma I had. Everything from my parents to making friends, to all the social anxiety I was having, to some of the insecurities I was having with money and resources like that. He just got it all taken care of. And basically he sat with me for 11 hours? So basically this mental trauma cure program was with his 3MP package. So if you want to get your romance sorted out and your mind sorted out, yeah, just take it. It's worth it. It's worth every cent. Because honestly, if you go to a traditional therapy, they're just gonna drag it as long as they can, because they want every single penny they can pinch out of you. But John, he's different. He wants to get it done and you to be cured as soon as possible. So 1 day is all it takes. And basically, after that 1 day, it's like my parents texted me yesterday. And before that, I was just like, holy shit, fuck. Like my brain would just implode and I would just maul on it all day. But now they text me, I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my older trauma, yeah, it's gone. It's like, I don't feel anything towards them no more. So his program, he basically walks you through all your memories, all your emotions. He just digs it all out. He basically makes your brain, rewires your brain to understand what's going on, and just makes you disconnect from it and move on with your life. And after taking his program, yeah, I'm ready to move on with my life. I was smiling ear to ear like I've never smiled before. And the reason why John's so effective is like, he's like psychic. He knows exactly what you're feeling. Because there was a lot of times where I didn't know what I was feeling, but he knew there was something there. I was tearing my trauma. I don't know if it was all done, but he knew there was something there, and he kept digging. He kept pointing me to the right direction. He was like, okay, you're feeling something. You aren't. He picks it up. He wasn't cold reading or anything, because for most of it, he wasn't even looking at me. He was looking away from the camera. He was, I don't know, typing stuff in his computer. He wasn't even looking at me. So for a lot of it, he was just like feeling and just have that weird connection, like psychic connection with me, where he was like, okay, I can feel this part of your brain burning up. Something's not resolved. And we gotta dig deeper and figure out what it is. So he just kept digging and pulling more of this trauma that I didn't know I have. A lot of buried memories, a lot of buried feelings. He just dragged it out. All this stuff that was in my brain affecting my subconscious, he just dragged it out and we cleared it. And after the session, I was just like, great, man. I just felt great. And like throughout the session, he was able to see like images of the people that affected my life that I didn't know. I don't remember some of them, but he was able to basically receive some sort of mental image from the universe and basically show him like, okay, yeah, this was the guy that because I was scammed. That was all my trauma. I was scammed before. And so he was able to see the guy that scammed me and describe it perfectly to me, how this guy was the guy that scammed me, just like how I remember in my mind. It's visually ingrained in my mind, this damn guy that scammed me. And he was able to tell me stuff about the guy to just make me be able to overcome it. And he was able to pinpoint how the guy looks like and everything. So he's the real deal, man. And so throughout the process, it was just like digging and just like, he knows what I'm thinking. So he's just, okay, you still have some shit to dig more. Just keep digging and neutralize it, and basically rearrange my brain to no longer be traumatized and scared about all these things. And so a lot of my social anxieties, they're gone. Like all the anxiety I have with like women and stuff, they're pretty much gone. And like my parents, all the emotion, though that emotion that I was holding on to, they're gone now. Like my parents call me, text me, and I'm like, yeah, I forgive you. I can move on. I don't need to be held back by all the trauma that it caused me when I was young anymore. And if you want your mental health sorted out, if you're depressed, because I was depressed before, if you're just like emotional, you have some emotional triggers that you know about, or like you're anxious all the time because of some unresolved trauma in your past. If you want to get your brain sorted, if you want to get your life together again, if you want to be able to move on from your past, just learn from your past. He doesn't make you forget your past. He doesn't make you like ignore your past. He just helps you learn from your past, emotionally detach, and so that you can move on with your life. If you want to get that part of your life sorted, absolutely contact Johnny, because he will get you results. He will get you results unlike all the traditional psychology or therapy systems out there. He will get you results within one day. And he will work with you until he gets you results. That I can guarantee, because he's that kind of guy. And he has this special psychic ability to basically tell you and figure out where your traumas lie and basically know when it's actually cleared. And so he has all the tools that no one else has, all the techniques, all the tools that no one else has. If you want to get your life together, if you want to get your brain back, if you want to get control over your brain once again, if you don't want to have all these illogical, irrational fears in your mind, if you want to get it all out so that you can move on, so that you have your brain to yourself, so your brain is clear and flowing like a river once again. If you want all that, absolutely contact Johnny Elite, take his program. Invest in yourself, man. Like it's way cheaper than traditional whatever psychology, therapeutic stuff. It's way cheaper and way faster, and you will see results, man. I can promise you that. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Do it. Get your life together.